Y'all here? Are we here? Hey, what is happening, hoes?
Hey,
Man.
Yes, it has been a good long time, has it not?
Yes,
Uh, hello everybody. Those who are new and those who are returning. Uh, I mean, once again.
I mean,
It has been a while, girl. A while. So let's get right on into it then. I'm DDT, as I hope you probably know, but here I am. And joining me today, I have the comedy broads, Kelanna Spiller. Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, comedy broad number 2 is in the building. How y'all doing?
Then we have the always live, keeping it shy, Charmz.
Charmz.
yeah, Charmz is what? Wagwando, wagwan.
What? Flags in the air, flags in the air, flags in the air, flags in the air.
Hey, Carnival.
Why aren't you at Caribana? Why aren't you going to Toronto?
Go Carnival for Labor Day weekend. I'll be there. So I got a little, not the real thing, like good enough.
Right. You've gone to Caribana before, right?
Yeah. I like when I used to live in Montreal, I used to go to Caribana like almost every year. So I haven't gone in like 7 years since I moved here. But yeah, one of these days I'm gonna go back. We'll see.
But yeah, that's a big deal up there. Apparently, the homie that I have down here, Geneva, she's from Philly. And she said every year she would drive up there, and she hasn't gone in a couple years since she moved to New Orleans. But I had no idea what it was until she told me about it. Well, I didn't know what it was called. I knew y'all did that up there, but I didn't really pay attention. I didn't know it was such a big deal.
Like Trinidad probably has like the biggest carnival, like out of the Caribbean. Like theirs is the biggest, but in North America, Toronto's is the biggest one, and then I would say New York. So Caribana, and then they'll have like all the celebrities will come out, like Beanie Man and Shana Paul, and all of them would come out. So you just dance in the street, you with your little thought outfit, you know what I mean? Like that's the day. Don't care and everyone can wear anything. You wear your bikini, your bathing suit, don't matter your size. Everyone's gonna be jumping, dancing. Everybody. It's not a sexual thing. It's our culture. So it's like you don't even care the guy's ugly. I'll give him a little wine, like like. All right, you ugly. That's it. But if you go to the next person,
I ended up a tad bit per year.
Kelanna, if you go to Carnival, you gonna put on the Rihanna Beat It bedazzled bikini or what?
You know, it's gonna have to be some a brief type bottom. I would need some briefs at the bottom. Charmz, can I get away with this? Can I have like a brief kind of like bottom and like a I don't know. Is there a one piece available? Can I get one piece?
Yeah, you could do like the one piece, or you could do like a tankini. And some people you wear booty shorts. Some people wear a thong. I told you next time I go to Trinidad, I'm wearing a thong because my underwear was so small. Anyways, I might as well have been.
Might as well. But no, I would want to wear something that flares out. Maybe like something like sheer, and I got like a full bra, and then it kind of like flare out underneath the cleavage and shit. You think I can work with that?
Yeah, girl. Yes.
No, I want the old time Carnival. I want the bedazzled, like bright red joint with the big headpiece. I want all that. I'm going all out with my jeans.
I want the big headpiece.
Yes. Always. Yeah. You feel like the Queen of the Damned. Remember Aaliyah, Queen of the Damned?
Yeah.
You'd be like,
and have to walk through the dungeon and shit.
It'd be like my light poles and shit. Like
but yes, I'm going to Carnival one day and I'm going all out. I'm getting dumb, ridiculous. Be thought it up. I think I'm gonna plan that for 35. Maybe by 35. Hopefully by 35, I have my shit together enough to be out here in a bra.
Look at them titties. Good. Trust me. Caribbean people like thick girls, eh? What? Hey,
I don't have to cover up.
No, you don't. I want to show you all examples. I wish I could like you do not need to. Trust me.
Girl, let me find out these love handles in the thing in your
culture, yes. That's why when I remember the first. I remember like one time, like when I had lost like a lot of weight when I was in college. Like I was like 115 pounds or something like that. And my aunt hadn't seen me for like 5 years, and she said, I came off the plane. I'm like, hi, auntie. Oh God, you get maga, which means skinny. I was like, hi, hello. Like you haven't seen me in 5 years. Girl, you need to eat. I'm like, I'm here for 3 weeks. Get me fat. Yo, she did. I gained like 20 pounds, I swear. Oh my gosh. Yo,
I did know a girl. I went to college with a girl that was Jamaican, and she would always tell me, I wish I had your butt. I wish I had, girl, like she was slim fine or whatever, but she said my family they make fun of me because I'm so skinny. And I was like, oh my God.
God. And like I remember like on Love and Hip Hop, Spice, she's from Jamaica, and she called like one of the girls Tokyo fat, and it was like a big thing. But like she kind of tried to explain on the reunion, it's true. Like Jamaicans, Caribbean people, they're what up, fatty boom boom, but it's not that.
That's a compliment, basically.
Yes, and they're just trying to call you. Yes, fatty boom boom, come here. Yes, you're fat. You have them childbearing hips. You look. I don't know, like I don't know.
Damn it.
Because all I do is stand for like a Marla Negra, so I'm here for it. I just want to get my arms smaller so I could be on my Marla Negra stuff. Be out here whining.
We out here.
Good and thick. But anyway, so what y'all been up to? I ain't seen y'all in a good minute. I've been going. For those of you who do not know, I left Dallas in March, which is why you haven't seen this for a while, because I've been in transition. And I have a hard time getting my shit together because I don't like change. Anyway.
No, I was how was the transition going? Like what's the bitch?
Girl, look, y'all don't need a front row seat of my misery. Like, girl, it's really not, it's not bad. It's just different is all. It's just different.
Yeah.
And just being back home, it just brings up all kind of, old wounds, I guess, living with your family and stuff. And it has been a trial. Comedy-wise, comedy things are going really good. I'm doing stuff that I like, so.
Uh-oh.
I'm dealing with people. I'm frozen. Okay. I'm frozen.
Here it is.
Well, you look good.
Thank you, girl. I'm trying to keep it together the best that I can. But what about y'all? What y'all been doing? What's Dallas talking about? What's C?
Girl, Dallas is it's the same. I mean, of course we got the million open mics at bars and shit. That's still a thing. Mm-hmm. What else? Nothing is really new. I got Heart of the City. I taped that.
Very new, girl. Yes.
I would say nothing's new. Nothing's new. Big deal. Our girl, one of the comedy broads, Miller. She's on the next season of Heart of the City. That's Kevin Hart's show. We out here
Central.
Comedy Central.
Boom, boom, boom.
About to put us on the map. Like, you know what I mean?
Book. So how was it though? How was Heart of the City?
Man, it was amazing. It was like something I ain't never experienced before in comedy. You know how it is. You know how it is for a local show. You have to drive to Fort Worth and already have on your show clothes and you just go on whenever they call your name. But this was completely different.
Really?
This was give us your clothes. We're going to press them for you and have them ready for you.
What? Yes.
Yes, girl.
Did they choose your clothes or did they help you with that or like?
No, we just had to wear generic clothes. Couldn't wear anything with logos or nothing like that. Okay. Just something nice and simple. And they were like, yeah, we're gonna meet Wednesday. Just come on by, fill out your paperwork. Something I did not know. I am now a Screen Actors Guild member.
Ooh. Come on now.
You better flip that mirror. Flip it, girl.
I didn't know all that came with this. I was just like, what? Wait a minute. What is that? So of course I had to ask one of my little actor friends because I don't know really what the fuck it is. I mean, I know it's a thing, but I don't know like what comes with it. Like, okay, like what do I get? Right. So basically you get SAG minimum if you because you're SAG affiliated or whatever. You get the SAG minimum, which is like 1,000 and something.
What? Or so if you ever book a show or something or a commercial or something like that?
Yeah, like a commercial or a movie part. Even if I just do like a little simple, not behind the scenes, but like an extra or some shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't. And there's a SAG office in Addison that I had no idea. Girl, who knew?
I did not.
I didn't know. I didn't know either.
So my homegirl was like, yeah, you can go over there and ask all the questions you want about how to renew, how to keep your membership and all this kind of stuff. So that came along with it. So that's a plus. Yeah. And let her tell it that it's easier to get work as a SAG member.
Oh, okay.
Acting job. So even though acting was not in my radar, it is now, bitch.
Where's Chandra? I think you gonna act. At least Chandra.
Right. Chandra be acting.
Right. She do, but I don't know. It just really hadn't been a thing of mine, So then they took the clothes. We filled out the paperwork Wednesday. They took the clothes and everything. So then we came back Thursday. They were like, just treat it like a regular show. Do what you normally would do on that day. It's no different. Just, don't stress yourself out about it. Don't do none of that. I said, okay. So I treated like a regular show as if I didn't have to go to work. I took off work. Okay, I woke up at like around 11 or noon. Mm-hmm. I played Fortnite, bitch. I didn't eat food until I like a banana until I was leaving out the house. So I treated it just like a regular old day. Right. Got there, got my makeup done, got my little eyebrows did, bitch. They had me looking like a diva. I think I sent y'all those pictures, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did, girl. You had eyeshadow and everything.
Like, she had eyeliner.
Girl. Yeah. So I'm sitting there getting my face beat. So they say, hey, we're gonna do the scout shoot. We're gonna take you to Hudson Bridge in Dallas, and that's where we're gonna shoot the interview portion of the show. I say, okay, cool. We end up having to shoot it at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters because somebody. Anyway,
I shouldn't say anything from that one.
Because somebody give us the tea. Give us the tea.
Girl, because somebody was late. So we had to change the schedule. Okay. So they changed the schedule and we shot at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters and they asked us some questions. It was just real dope, man. And then by the time showtime came, we did like a run through. The show started at 8. We did a run through at 6. From like 6 to 7 was the run through. They started seating the audience at 7.
Wait, when you did the run through, did you tell your actual jokes or no?
No, not actual jokes. Just the timing of when this comic get off stage. 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, all that kind of stuff. But they had a set manager there and everything. So behind the curtain, even though I couldn't see what was going on, she was like, "Okay, it's your turn. Go."
Okay.
So then, girl, I get on stage and like I was explaining to my family, it just felt like I took a backseat in my own mind. That's the best way I can describe it. It felt like I got on stage and I knew what was happening, but it didn't feel like I was there.
Yeah, you had an outer body experience.
Yeah, it was feeling like, and it felt so peaceful. All I could hear was the laughs. I wasn't worried about the camera or nothing like that. It just felt so peaceful. And I was just like, is this what it would feel like? Is this what it feels like to be a full-time comic? Bitch, I want more. Okay.
You were on autopilot.
Yes, I was on autopilot. It was just like I wasn't supposed to be nowhere else in life but right where I was.
Amen.
I'm so happy for you right now. I don't hear music.
It's a lot of static.
For me?
It sounds like a jaguar.
Is it from me though?
Yeah, it's from you.
Oh, shoot, I don't know.
Okay, there you go. Turn it back. I think you had your volume up too high.
Oh, maybe I was too close. You know I'm loud.
Okay.
Charmaine, you could be standing across from the room from that microphone.
We'll still hear you, bitch.
It will still pick you up. But that's good though, Kelanna. I'm just so happy that it went well and that you get what you deserve, bro. Because it's been a long time coming.
And she forgot to tell you that she got a standing ovation. Hey! Let me stand up real quick.
So girl, I didn't know it was
Wait, I do my ass because y'all. I gotta take
applause.
Yeah. But girl, yeah, I didn't know that was about to go down. I just said, my name is Kelanna Spiller. Have a good night. Throw up the hand, wave good night. As I'm putting the fucking mic back in the mic stand, I go to turn and I see people starting to stand up. But you know how you don't want to like look back because it's like, okay, well, just stick to the plan. Because as soon as you get off stage, we had to leave out the showroom to do a quick interview, like right after the set. Right. So I didn't want to look back because I didn't want to. I don't know. It was just too much going on.
Yeah.
So we did the interview. He asked me 3 questions. You just taped your first television. He, as in Joey Wells, the executive producer of the show, he was like, you just taped your first television debut. How do you feel? So I have to repeat the question, then answer it. If you could say anything to your high school principal right now, what would it be? And then the third question was, if you can give a shout out to anybody in the world, who would you shout out? And I shout out my mom, of course.
Right.
Because that's
Black answer. You got it.
Yeah. So no, it was dope as hell, man. And they're gonna fly us out to LA August 5th through 8th to actually record with Kevin Hart. So I get
Kevin.
That's the same size as me, bitch.
Right. You can put that on your hip, like your son.
Right. So I get to meet my son.
This is my son, Nicki Minaj. Okay.
Well, come here, Kevin. Let's go.
Right.
Come on, baby.
So yeah, that's what was going on, man. And I feel extremely blessed. So
this was up though. Big things coming. Big things coming. And it's just because when you show up in those moments, that's what matters. Because you get these opportunities and it's all about taking advantage of the opportunity and presenting your best self. It's about you showing up to the game.
Right.
And leaving it all on the field. You know what I'm saying? So you deserve it, bro.
Thank you, Didi.
For sure, man.
Speaking of which,
I was like, go ahead, girl.
Speaking of which, things that people deserve. Mm-hmm. And thinking people don't deserve things. That leads us to what we'll be talking about today.
Yes, ma'am.
And the reason why I even thought about the topic is because of all the stuff that was, all the things that were being said about you that was coming back to you. And,
I didn't know people were saying stuff. I'm like ready to fight. Like, don't
act like you know what's going on, John. Act like you know what's going on, John.
I was like, oh. Really? Because I don't be I be not in town and stuff for like weeks at a time. I come back like, oh, there's hate. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
They were talking. They had stuff to say. Of course, they didn't say it to anyone else because they would have got shut down real quick. But
this is so random. I saw a shirt that said undefeated, and it said by these hands. So
catch them. But when we get opportunities like this in the industry that we in, people start looking at us and start trying to pick us apart. And start saying that, how does she or he get that opportunity? What did she do to get that book? And what did he do, to get that spot on Heart of the City? And then that's when they start the process of, slowly tearing you down. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is that what we do? Is that what happens?
That's human nature. Like everyone does it. Every industry. I've seen it in so many industries, but I feel like in the entertainment industry, it's just higher because you guys are like a public figure. You don't. You're doing a job publicly, so then the hate's gonna be public, even if it's private. But it's like you just see it more. It's so. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's harder when people are always seeing what you're doing. Like you think people not watching how your progress, but they actually are because they're constantly comparing themselves to you for reasons unknown.
That's true. And then I noticed like it's not until you get an opportunity when people are threatened. If you just hustle and bustling at the open mic, staying local, you know what I'm saying? You just doing all low level stuff. I mean, it's not really low level because that's where we go to like hone our craft and like polish that shit. So it's not low level, but the moment you do get an opportunity, that's when it's like wait, like I've been doing this 10 plus years. Like what? Like how did that happen? Okay, you might have been doing it 10 plus years, but are you visible?
Right.
In those 10 plus years, like. Are you still doing the things that you need to do to be relevant or to be seen? Like I've been doing comedy for 4 years,
right? And
all I've been doing is open mics,
right?
I mean, I've had a few feature spots at the Improv and stuff like that, but it's really it hasn't been
that time too, which you killed. You headlined the one time at the
and headline too. But it hasn't been anything where it's just like, oh, she get all the opportunity. She do this, she do that. And it's just making, like you said, Didi, making the best of those opportunities. I think that's when you get the callbacks and stuff like that. When you become the talk amongst the town, I guess. When you actually take those opportunities and really seize the moment. But I don't know. I forgot what I was saying, but I'm basically saying, bitch, are you? I'm sure you probably got some of the same opportunities that I have. It's just what you did with them when you had them.
Right. So here's what I always say, like, you know, like when people like tell you, like, you really want to be a comedian, Charmaine? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, so how do you do it? And I'm like, honestly, it's hard. Like if you want to be a doctor, it's easy. And I'm not trying to say it's easy to be a doctor. I mean, there's a blueprint. You go to pre-med, you go to medical school, you do your residency, then you become a doctor. There's it's a sure path that every doctor takes to become a doctor. If you want to be a comedian or anything in the entertainment industry, actor, singer, blah, 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 there's no blueprint. There's no like go to this school, graduate here, blah, 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 and then become a comedian. It's literally you and how badly you want it. One thing I did notice, or I guess when I like, even for me, I am not a hater. I only hate on 2 types of girls. Okay. I'm telling you, girls who have flatter stomachs than me and have kids. I'm like, this bitch, like I ain't got no kids. What the fuck's my excuse? I hate on those bitches.
And I don't think your body be better than mine.
Right? I'm not gonna lie. Like that's the one girl I hate on. The second girl I hate on is a girl who has kids and dates a guy with no kids. I'm like, damn it, I want a guy with no kids and you got a kid. So other than that, I don't hate on anybody else. Okay?
Those are really
that's why we friends, because we don't fit into none of those categories.
Right. It's very specific, right? Like you can tell I've been thinking about this for a while, right? Like,
yes, you did.
Those are the only 2 girls I hate on, right? Other than that, I love everybody. What?
But that's what we call self-awareness. That's all that is. You got to be honest with yourself about who you are.
Right. So all the things. And I'm like, I'm in this field, like, Kelanna, I want you to know, I know I told you this numerous times, like, I was so happy for you. Like, I'm telling, and my mother's, like, the person I talk to the most. So she's like, I'm like, I'll cry. I'm like, yo, I'm so happy for her. She's going to go do well. I told her she needs to get content beforehand because once her handle gets on the screen, she's going to get more followers and content to keep them there. Like, she's about to blow up and it's so great. And I'm, like, so happy. And whenever I see other people get an opportunity, instead of being jealous and hating, because I know that some people have that, like, that's just that they are, I'm like, wow, it can happen for them. And I look at it so different, like, oh my God, if it could happen to her, then it could happen for me too. Like, that's how I see it, right? And that, I feel like that's the mentality you have, that you need to make it. And I heard someone say that no matter how saturated the market is, if God has a plan for you, he's going to make that way for you. So why would I hate on someone else's? You know what I mean?
It's all about intention, and it's all about clearing a path for yourself. It's all about, if you really want this, are you really doing it? And if you're really doing it and it's for you, then you'll have it. It's really that simple. Like there's really no math to it. It's just all about setting your intentions and going for that shit.
That's true. And I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here like I don't hate at all. I have times where I'm like, it's not necessarily hate, but it's like, okay, well, how did they get that? Not they don't deserve it, but it's like, how does this industry really work? Do they look at the talent? Does it matter? Is it about something? Like, is it about something else? I just try to process a whole bunch of, have all these different questions. Is it the material? Is it because I'm Black? Is it because I'm overweight? Is it, you know what I'm saying? I question things about myself, but then it's kind of like, well, what's for you will be for you, regardless of what this person is getting, what the booker saw in this comic, what somebody saw in this comic. Like, what's for me will be for me, regardless of how I look at myself. You know what I'm saying? How I judge myself or think negative about myself. What's for me is gonna be for me.
Right.
And I know I had that problem like earlier. And every now and then it'll still creep up on me, because it's kind of like I see people getting booked for stuff, and it's like you actually get paid, and that's the only thing. It's like I feel like my time is just being wasted. Like, I'm over here putting all this time and effort into it, and it's like I'm not seeing a return. And then I see people who kind of like maybe haven't been doing it as long and maybe not as good as I am, and they're actually getting money to do something that I've been selling it and working hard at. And it's kind of like, well, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, for me, it's more like, what am I doing wrong? Kind of like, what can I do to change this for myself? And it's not necessarily like like you said, it's not like you don't deserve it, but it's like, what am I not doing me from getting to that next step that I need to get to? Or at least even get a return on all of my investment, all of the investment of my time and energy and all this and my effort. Like, how do I get a return on that?
Exactly. But the way this comedy thing is set up, it's gonna weed out the weak ones. I mean, you can get all these opportunities within a year of having a comedy career, but if it ain't something that you really want, comedy gonna show that. It will reveal.
Seinfeld said the ecosystem of comedy will always cleanse itself, or it always purges itself, something like that Jerry Seinfeld said. But it always makes sure that it's stabilized one way or another.
Right. He sat on comedians and cars getting coffee.
He did.
Yeah.
My obsession.
No, it's a great fucking show, though. It's a great show.
Why do I have two Charmz?
Because my internet cut off. What's wrong with you, Spectrum, aka Time Warner Cable? I pay my bill every month.
I got.
How often do you restart your router?
I know, right? I turn off your computer, unplug it and plug it back in. I'm like, oh, they both. I'm like, oh, you frozen. Oh, wait, you both frozen. I'm like, wait, maybe it's me.
I got you back on. You good? Yeah. Wonderful. So how do you? So that's that part. But as far as self-doubt and everything, like how has that presented itself? Like, you doubting yourself? Is that where it comes from? Like, do people take self-doubt and turn it into jealousy and hating, or either turn it internally or externally? You know what I'm saying?
Let me go ahead. You go first.
Now you can go ahead, Charmz.
I was gonna say self-doubt. Like, I'm a confident person. You know, I'm loud, whatever. I'm extrovert, so I've always been very self-confident. But like this year, I had told you guys about this too. I had a moment, like when I went to Chicago this year. Wow, Chicago crowd. Ooh, that was a different type of crowd. So you know me, I'm Canadian, Caribbean, I'm an engineer, all this thing. So I have like different types of jokes. I have like, you know, jokes that work in a mixed audience, jokes that work in a Black audience, jokes that work in a white audience more, right? You know what I mean? But like when I went to this audience, it was like they were in Chicago, they were drunk, they weren't paying attention, and they were like, I noticed that the comedian that went before me, they were like really picking up on her like ignorant kind of jokes, so to speak, you know what I mean? Like ghetto jokes. And I was like, oh, let me try these other jokes first. And they weren't hitting as hard as I expected. And then also like I felt like the host didn't believe in me because he's like, how long have you been doing comedy? I told him 2 years. And he was so scared I was gonna bomb. He's like, this is not a regular crowd. You shouldn't go on stage. I don't think you should go on stage. And he was literally telling me this. He didn't want to put me on stage. He's like, you're from Dallas. Do you know Black Ron? I'm like, yeah. He called Black Ron and said, what's your name? I'm like, Charmz. He's like, Charmaine, she's good. So thank you, Black Ron, for vouching for me, because he literally called him. And then he's like, okay, Black Ron said you're funny enough to go on stage. I'm gonna let you on stage. But like I said, you get a big laugh, like get off stage. And then the way it was set up, it wasn't like an ideal setup for like comedy, because it was like you couldn't see your whole audience. Some people were behind you. So I was doing, you know what I'm trying to say? Like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I went after the headliner, Mimi Simpson. She's really funny. So it's like, yeah, if you know her, like, yeah, she's from Chicago. She was hilarious. And I was laughing at her jokes. And sometimes like the audience wasn't laughing because they weren't paying attention enough. If you missed the setup, you know, you can't get the punchline. And I was like, oh, she's hilarious. And then I went up after and like they kind of laughed at this joke. It's kind of like, you know, like, haha. But I expected bigger laughs. Then like he was like, all right, that's good. All right. I'm like, wait, can I do one more joke? And he goes, oh, you're not done? Like, he was so scared. And the audience started clapping, like, no, we like her. And he was like shocked, like, oh, y'all like her? And they were like, yeah. And then I did my like closing joke, and then they like laughed so loud, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, he's like, oh, you're funny. Like at the end. And then at the end, and after he came up to me after, he's like, I'm not going to lie. I was really scared for you. Not because of you, because of the audience. And then he was like, but you're really funny. If you ever come back to Chicago, give like, you know, we traded information. He's like, I'll pay you to go on the show. So he's like, it's like his attitude changed, but I'm not gonna lie. Ever since that day, I've been extra scared now. It's like I have self-doubt. And then I'm just like, oh, maybe I talk too white, you know what I mean? Like, or maybe like I gotta dumb down my jokes, or like maybe I need to change. And I want to be the same person no matter who my audience is. But I felt like ever since then, that was in January of this year. And ever since then, I had this like doubt, like maybe I'm not that funny. Maybe I'm only funny here, or maybe I'm like, this audience can't connect to me. And ever since then, I've been like a little bit nervous to try certain jokes in certain audiences. And like, it's really been affecting me a little bit. Like I'd be like, no, I'm good. And I'm like,
But I mean, Charmaine.
Get to her, girl.
So look, this is the thing. I could see if you bombed.
Right.
But you didn't. You even got your props at the end. Like you showed up, like you had the opportunity, and you proved yourself. Like you should, if anything, you should be like more confident because of it, because that sounds like a hostile territory.
Yeah.
But it sounded like a hostile crowd, and you came through, and you know, you laid it down, and you did what you needed to do, and you proved yourself. Like there's nothing for you to have doubt about. Like that, if anything, that should reinforce your belief in yourself, because obviously you got it. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Right. Especially if he was trying to cut you off and saying, no, I don't want you to go up because of the crowd. Girl, you went up there and they was like saying, no, we like her. Keep her up here. Give us 3 more fucking minutes.
Right.
You know right there that your shit can work anywhere.
Right. And that's it. And that's all it shows you. And we need these uncomfortable moments to grow through. And girl, I can't even, because I bombed like 2 weeks ago. And you know, you bomb sometimes. Like it's not a thing that typically bothers me, because I understand that it's part of the process. But for whatever reason, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I bombed, and I haven't been able to like shake it off. And it was like, not only did I bomb doing comedy, but I also bombed singing. And I'm just like, oh my God, like just kill me. Just put me in a box.
Just singing? Like what happened? What?
Well, it was like this show, and I really was excited about the show because I love the concept where they have, so first they have the first half where they have 5 comics do up and do stand-up. And then there's a second half where it's like, you know, they do another talent. And everybody else's talent, you know, was just so cool, and it was interesting. One dude, he was supposed to play like his flute or something, or a cello, and he didn't even have his instrument on it, but he just whistled it, and it was so awesome. And, you know, this one girl, she went up to show sketches, which she didn't have a lot of, but she wound up like singing a song in, was it Ukrainian? But it was like so much fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody else's sets went really good. And the girl who I was talking about, she hasn't even been doing stand-up comedy that long, but she's really, really young. a slim, real pretty black girl. And, you know, this one white dude just gave her $40 after a set. And then I went up, my 5-year-old behind. I went up and it's like, I mean, nobody was feeling it, but you know, I did the thing that I do. I have like a kind of darker humor.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, nobody was really feeling it. And I was just kind of like, okay, well, that happens. And then my talent was singing, and it was like the way they handled everybody else on stage, they didn't even do that with me. It's like they just expected me to just go, and because they asked them questions, they kind of engaged with them, they kind of went back and forth. But me, they kind of just threw me up there, and I'm kind of like, okay, well, I don't even know what to do at this point because I feel kind of weird, and I'm already insecure about the whole singing thing. Mm-hmm. It makes me feel funny. And so I felt like I didn't do really great at that either because I was kind of all over the place. I didn't know what I was supposed to sing or what I could sing, and I was just like, it's just nothing really went right. And ever since then, I've been in a bad spot. So
did they like the other comics that went, were they all cool or something? And you were kind of like
I think they did good. They all did better than me.
No, I'm saying, did they all know each other? Because they
it's New Orleans. It's New Orleans. Everybody know each other. It's you know, I know not like no.
I guess I'm asking because you said that they kind of warmed everybody else's act up before they went on. And they kind of just like threw you out there.
Yeah. They did. So, and it just kind of felt weird because I wasn't that prepared either, and nobody was. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like anybody, because like I said, one dude, he didn't even have his instrument with him. Wow. And he kind of went up there and just talked about him being a musician and how many instruments he played. And then he whistled like his favorite song that he would have played on the flute. It just went so good. Yeah. But me, I was just kind of like up there by myself, just flailing.
What song did you sing?
Girl, I was all over the place. Like I sang, because I was like, okay, do I have any requests? And I sang like Shorty Swing My Way.
Well, that's your first fuck up right there.
Which happens to be one of my favorite songs. That part went over pretty good because that's like my favorite song in the whole world. And I know it from the front. So that was no problem. But they were like, they were asking me like, oh, well, when did you start singing? I was like, well, I've been singing in church and stuff. And I tried to sing How I Got Over. And I was like, I felt weird singing that in a bar. And I was like, mm-hmm. But I tried to sing it and my voice was being weird because my tonsils had been enlarged after I got sick. And it's like the notes weren't coming out and the throat wasn't vibrating like I needed to vibrate, like it wasn't getting up there like I need to get up there. And I was just like, oh my God, this is a disaster. And
you should have did exactly like the other guy did. You should have talked about singing.
Right? I was gonna say her throat came out. Right. The devil. That was the devil. He was like, you ain't gonna save the Lord's song.
Wasn't that but the devil in my throat that night? I should have just sang "Boot Up" and kept it pushing.
Because then you could have got them to sing it for you, and then you just go like this.
Hey, boot up, y'all lying, and you can make a joke with it. You be like, y'all lying, you single, you cheated, boot up, liar.
All right, y'all know the words. Beat it out,
boot up,
boot up. Y'all know.
That's what you should have done.
It's just been rough ever since then. And just with my money situation and with it's hard not to be very negative about myself, which is it's easy for me to do because I think comics more than anybody wants to admit to themselves are very, 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 very self-critical. Yeah. In a way that is not healthy for a lot of people.
It sometimes to the point where you obsess about it.
Yeah. Very.
And that's not healthy at all.
No, it is not. So true. That's why I like if my set doesn't go perfect in my mind, I won't even watch it. Cause I try to film my set. Like if it's a show, I like to film it. If I'm doing open mic, I just do audio like on my phone. But if I'm doing a show, I like to film it. But if I don't like the way my set went, I'm like, I ain't watching that shit. I was like, no, I ain't watching that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like that too. Like if I didn't like the way it went, I don't even watch it. But even if I did like the way it went, I don't watch it. Like I don't really like watching myself. But I had like such a great set at the Joy Theater, like people standing up and clapping and cheering and stuff. I'm like, this is weird. But even that, for whatever reason, that bomb has been sticking to my ribs like just like oatmeal, just like it's just been holding on to me.
Yeah, yeah. Have you performed since then?
Yeah, like I said, I did the Joy Theater and it was dope. And I've done so many shows since then, but it's just
they still fuck with you.
And I get it. Like, and that's the thing. It's like it like, you know what it is too? It's like when you do something well, you expect to go do well in your head. I feel like that's how I feel like, oh yeah, it's supposed to go well. So when it goes well, it's whatever. But when it goes wrong, it's not supposed to go wrong. So you still remember those ones because you're like, ooh, why? And then I'm just like, I get really upset. I'm a competitive person. I know it's not a competition, but it's competition with myself. Shoot. I'm supposed to do better every time I go on stage. So when I don't do better, I'd be like, you dumb bitch.
I hate you.
Harsh.
I am harsh. Like, I really am harsh with myself. It's like, I'm such a nice person to other people, but to myself, like, it's not even fair. Like, I wish I could be like, the way I'm to you guys, I'm like jealous of y'all because you guys get like how I am to y'all. But like to myself, I don't do that shit. And I'm like, really, bitch? You sound like
you know, Charmz, I really think that's an Aries thing because like I'm the exact same way. Like every time y'all do something, I'm like, y'all got this. It's fine. You know, you may have bombed that one time, but don't even worry about it. You got this. You good. But me, I'm just like, you know what? You should quit. You should quit.
Bitch, why are you doing it? You know you can't make it. You know you're not good enough to do this. No, I think that's funny, bitch. I think that's a people thing because I do that shit sometimes too. But I can say playing football has kind of helped me in comedy. Because football, you're not gonna have the play is not gonna go how you want it to go on every down. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fuck up. Like this bitch may beat me to the left. I got a hook blocker. She might beat me to the position where I'm trying to get to. And it's all these different variations, all these things that could possibly happen. And then after it does happen, it's nothing for you to do but get ready for the next play. Right. You can't like go back and say, you can watch film and see how you can get better, but you can't go back to that particular play to fix it. So that's how I look at comedy. It's like, okay, I bomb. Okay, cool. But how can I get better?
And you know, that's how I always look at it. Like bombs they don't really affect me in that way. I'm more like, you know how when we were saying before, like many months ago about how when you bomb at a black club, it feels different.
Yeah.
Yep. But even still, even though that has happened to me multiple times, it never like made me be like, I'll never do that again. Or, oh, I just suck. Like I always take it as a learning experience. Like, you know, Deanna, you could adjust a little more. You could not be so hard-nosed about the way that you want to do comedy all the time. You could be more flexible. Like it's taught me that. But this one, for some reason,
that particular one,
and it's getting better, but it's just like everything else around me feels so weird. Like the energy around everything is so weird. It's like I can't get anything done. And that just was kind of like just the final, you know, thorn in my cross. Like, dude, can you just like universe, can you let up me for a second? Can you let me chill?
What it is. That's probably what it is. Because things aren't going how you want it to go now. Then it's like, oh, that's one more fucking thing I gotta worry. That's one more thing. And now you kind of hold it on to it because it goes with all these other different things. You know what I'm saying?
And it's been rough. It has been rough dealing with it. But with our negativity as comics, I think the way that we have weird ways of purging things. Unhealthy ways, like drinking and drugs and all this other stuff, and you know, smashing these hoes. I
was like, nah, I'm good.
I have one hole that I'm smashing.
Hey, Cherie.
Hey, Cherie, how you doing, girl?
The door is closed, so she can't hear.
The door is closed.
But
the door is closed. Sorry, Needy leaks.
That's what she said. The door is closed.
Yes, talk about Portia. The door is closed.
Nene treat them little girls like she their mama. I love it. So come in here and get this hand me this remote. Like I'm just waiting for her to call one of these girls.
These grown ass girls.
You know, Portia, could you come up here and turn on this light?
Hilarious.
but yeah, it's like that we purge in weird ways.
Mm-hmm.
So what have been ways that you kind of have not dealt with the negativity well, like when you deal with it in bad ways?
The negativity from other comics, or just
other comics, just all of it, like just people hating on you, people doubting you, or you doubting yourself, people, you know, are bombing and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I think I probably drink. Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, because when I'm drunk, I'm already hyper. So when I'm drunk, I'm more drunk, like, which is not good. And then, like, I feel like I have no control in a sense. So, like, there's no filter, you know what I mean? So I get to be the raw version of me. And sometimes that's funny to other people. And the next day I'm embarrassed.
And then I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, like even like remember like when they were taping The Heart of the City, right? Like not even like the auditions for it. Like Alfred was like the person in charge and stuff. And I was like, I'm like, oh, let me go support. I went there, and after like everyone killed. Like the night that Kelanna did, like everyone did well on that show. And then after I was just like, yo, Alfred. He's like, hello, like because they don't know me, right? I was like, oh, you only put 2 girls on the show? 3 girls on the whole show? You know 3 funny girls? He's like, who are you? I'm like, me? I'm fucking funny. I know that.
Oh my God.
Why you came up ready to fight? Why you came up super combative?
I was on that Hennessy, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, he's like, who are you? I'm like, me? I'm fucking funny. That was my answer.
That's who I am, nigga. I'm fucking funny.
But he was like, then he was like, Kelanna and like Derek, like, yo, is she funny for real? I was like, yo, they could vouch for me. Like, yeah, she's funny. Like, I told you. No, but my real name is Charmz, and I go by Charmz sometimes. Yeah, what's up? And the next time, like, Charmz, you fucking idiot guy.
You ran up, you got gone off the Henny with Joe Jackson, and you ran up. And said,
but now he knows who I am, and he put me on one of his shows, so that it kind of worked.
Liquid courage, boy. That liquid courage.
Yeah, for real. I do the same thing. Like I would drink too much, and it usually ends up in boys. But
wait, no, rewind that. What'd you say?
I said I usually drink, and it ends up with me dealing with the boys.
Okay.
And actually, I had a moment a few months ago where I was like, you know what, I should quit drinking. Like, I don't know if you ever had that where you slept with somebody and it's like, I know I would have never done that sober. Ew.
Right.
Yo, you ever forgot y'all did it? Like, I was just like, I don't even remember doing it, which is probably not good because it's
right. Oh. So that's like a turn. Like since then, I really haven't been drinking at all, and so. Like I don't have a way to deal with my feelings, except with my rage. Oh, I deal with rage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like road rage, or like
it comes out in weird ways. Do you remember that one time, Charmz, where a dude slammed his piece on my window, and I got out the car and proceeded to whip his ass? It comes out in ways like that.
Oh, the white guy.
Yeah.
No, he was like an Arab dude.
Or Arabic, yeah.
Oh, okay. Was this in downtown?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was parking my car. I passed by, I didn't know what was happening. I was like, oh, they look like they fighting, but I didn't know it was
BT down there.
Fighting a whole grown ass.
He got me right here, and I ate it. Like, oh, what's up? Yeah, now we fighting. Like,
come on, go.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how it comes out.
Okay.
So when I'm not drinking and I keep the things, like I keep that negativity, and it comes out with me swinging on somebody, or cussing somebody out.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelanna? What do you do? How do you deal with it?
Girl, I used to deal with it with alcohol, but I noticed a pattern. So I had these thoughts a few years ago, like, okay, if this is what I want to do full time, I have to treat it like I'm already successful. So I stopped relying on drinks before I get on stage. You know, I stopped. You know, I still drink, but only after the show. And I don't drink because I feel some type of way. I drink to get drunk, to get tipsy or whatever. You know, I don't drink to cover up any type of feelings or nothing like that.
Right, but you just doing it for the culture.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm celebrating everything, bitch. I find a reason to celebrate. You hear me? Just so I can drink.
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
But yeah, I just had a revelation. Like, if it's something that I really, really want to do, I gotta treat it seriously and not allow myself to be out all night drinking and being hungover and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I still drink. However, I try to minimize the drinks. I try to limit the drinks.
Right.
When I go out and stuff.
But I know one way.
Plus two, I'm seeing a therapist. So there it is.
Yo, I need to get on that. I really need to.
That Jaguar is determined to pop up every now and again.
Wow. It's coming for you, Charmz. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what you did. But just
tribal colors. He's like, ooh, she an African or something.
With your jungle kitty over there.
Jungle cat.
That's funny.
But no, so one thing though that I noticed about comics, they tend to purge those negative feelings in a group. Like, together, we kind of feed off of each other. And these things lead to a thing that I kind of hate called roast.
Yes,
that's true.
Yeah, I'm not a. I used to be a roast kind of person. I could joan with the best of them, especially dudes. I grew up joning niggas left and right. But now, as a comic, especially when it comes to roasts and stuff like that, I feel like you should roast your friends.
Yeah.
Somebody that you're cool with.
Yeah.
Like if you or excuse me, Charmz or Didi, if y'all were leaving and y'all had a roast, I would roast y'all. This is what it is. And it would be out of love. It wouldn't be out of no, oh, look at this motherfucker right here. And it wouldn't be nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I would actually take time and write some material for the damn roast.
Right.
Unlike some folks.
Yeah. Like, I went to Jamie's roast on Monday, and like, there was probably too many people roasted. I'm not joking.
That's exactly what I said. I saw the dance, and I was like, bro, you can't have this many people roasted. What they
had like 20 something names on it.
And people
that roast.
It was, and apparently they had open mic before. Like, I got there at 9:00, so I didn't see, like, some people were doing regular comedy, and it started at 9. I got there at 9, and I left because I wanted to stay at the end. I wanted to see like Jamie set, and it was like 1:00 in the morning. Like, that's 9 to 1. Yes, it was supposed to be like, I don't know how many people, like 5-minute sets, but like, honestly, the only people that had like notes that seemed prepared was like this guy named Arun, Mickey Carmichael, I think, like Miss Personality.
Joey Johnson had notes too, right?
Yeah, Joey Johnson. I missed him. I think
he was a pro at this roast.
He had notes.
Yeah.
And then maybe it was a couple. I kind of like left like in and out, so I didn't see everybody. And then Lauren had the best set, and everyone made the same joke. Lauren's tits are big, ha ha ha. And she asked out of everyone, she had like the best, like one of the best sets. Like, she actually, like, she took all the negative stuff that people were saying about her, and she killed that shit. And then Jamie was funny, but a lot of people that Jamie tried to roast, they didn't end up coming. So it's like, oh, they're not here, but I'm gonna talk about them. so there was.
They didn't end up coming. It was too many people as it was. Like, come on now, you can't have a roast.
Was like, oh, look at the time, let's go.
Right. See, that's too much, man. It was too much. And like, as far as the ganging up, I don't like that.
Right.
I mean, as far as roast goes, I feel like those are more for us than in the audience. Like, the audience.
That's what's happening, because you know me, I'm like not in the open mic. I'm trying to go back to the open mic, so a lot of the things were inside jokes, and I was just like, I don't even know who that person is. Right. I don't know what that person said. Like, the comedians were laughing, but a lot of the audience members, there's a regular audience member, like Jamie's friends, and it's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, and we don't. Because we don't regular roast, like everyone will be on stage at the same time. So you like, you know what I'm trying to say? You could look at the person so we would know and understand. The people are in the audience, and like, I don't know who the person in the audience is. I'm not trying to look. I'm like, who's laughing? Who looks like they're talking about them? So it was a little bit like, you know what I mean? For the audience, like, if you didn't know the people, you just be like, okay, I'm sure it's true. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like, and you can't laugh at it because you don't know what the person looks like. You don't know who they're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing about roast though, because I've been on a number of them with the Denton kids, And I actually was a roast master for the last one. And it was a lot of fun. Right. And I enjoyed it. But I think it's because I know, like, there's like lines that I won't cross with people.
Right.
Exactly.
I know that I'm not going to do that. Mm-hmm. There are some jokes that I heard, it's like, I wouldn't have said that. And I laughed. Like, some of them jokes sent me running. Girl, when I tell you I ran off the stage for one of them, ran. Like Joe Coffey, he said something that, girl.
No. You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Oh, I can't, because it's not the type of stuff that I would even. It was just such a personal thing that was among comics. It's like, we know this, but everybody don't need to know this, bro. Yeah. Like, this ain't everybody's business. This is for us, okay?
Right.
Like, we know this about these two people, but you ain't have to bring that here. like when you start bringing up stuff about who messing with who, come on now.
Okay, no, that's too personal. Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's a line that I would not have crossed. It was hilarious to me, but that's because I'm a messy petty bitch. Right. And that stuff just gives it to me. And the night that he was talking about, baby, I was there eating my popcorn. I was just like, ooh, girl.
I'm like, it's happening, girl. You should have been there, girl.
So that's it. But it's like, and I really had a good time. But it's just like, it feels like this thing, because at one point, Katie Evans, her man was on the roast, and people were throwing stuff at Katie.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm kind of like, me, if it was me, it wouldn't have bothered me, because quite frankly, I don't have no more room to be sensitive. Right. But, you know, everybody not down with that.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't feel like roasting is any, for us, I think sometimes for comics, it's a little bit cathartic. Like, it's a way for us to purge that negativity and these things that these pent up hostility and resentment that we have toward each other. Sometimes for us, it's a good way for it to come out, but other people see it as just like glorified bullying.
Right.
But here's the thing, like you said, Kelanna, like back in our day, like where I grew up, first of all, the biggest roast master was my mom. Okay, so like my mom roast, like no one could roast me better than my mom. Like like I'm not even joking. Like I remember, like I told this Kelanna the other day. I'm like, yo, I made this joke where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like a 7 or 8 on the hot scale. My mom said, that's a little high. You better put that to a 5 or 6, and that's how my joke is. So if you ever hear my joke, that joke where I say I'm a 5 or 6, everyone's like, why you say? Because my mom told me to change it. She's like, Charmz, I'm like, I'm pretty. She's like, you're not bad looking. You're attractive. Pretty's a strong word. That's what my mom said. Exactly. You heard that? So that's my mother who raised me. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me something? I don't care.
Yeah.
In the whole world, you think you're beautiful? The whole world, Charmz? Think about the whole world. Come on. You can't be an 8 in the whole world.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Big shoe, such a loud, boisterous.
Yo, obnoxious. Come on, 8. Calm down. 5 or 6. Okay, reasonable.
Reasonable. Oh God, that's
my mother. Have West Indian parents. I'm glad I don't have Caribbean West Indian, because they hard, bro.
Right. So I just feel like I don't get offended by stuff. Like, you try to say, like I literally don't. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's my mom who told me that. Like, I don't even know passive aggressiveness because of my mother. She's so blunt and to the point that I have to as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's passive aggressive. Oh, they did it. They said it in a slick way, because I'm so accustomed to people telling me straight to my face. Like, when I got fat, my mom's like, you're fat. Good. Go on a diet. Lose weight. Everyone else like, no, you still look good. Like, you're trying to say, like, when I had gained like 40 pounds. Anyways, I lost like 25 pounds. So at this time, my mother's the only one telling me that. Like, you know what I mean? That I got fat. And it's like, it's funny that I'm just like, okay. So I'm trying to give you like Caribbean upbringing, and that's how we grow up. So, am I frozen again? Okay, because you're just like,
you're not frozen, but that Jaguar is persistent like a motherfucker.
For real. He is clawing through that screen, baby. He is trying to get at you.
All that to say is that, like, when I was younger, when we were bored, we would just do we call them your mama contest, like your mama jokes, and we would just diss each other and their moms, and that's literally it. And when you go to Thanksgiving at my house, it's literally me and my cousins dissing our parents, but they can't jump in. Like, it's like, I'll be like, your mom this. They'll be like, haha, your dad left your mom and he still is in Canada. You don't know your dad. And it's true. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So that's like how my family is. You get what I say? So like, we love to roast. We think it's really funny. Like, you know what I mean? To the point where people tell me, like, the other day I was in the mall and the guy was like, nice dress, some Indian guy. And I'm like, what's wrong with my dress? What's wrong with my dress? And he was just like, no, I like it. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just accustomed to people like saying nice dress and they're not.
Oh, do you mean nice dress or do you mean nice dress loser? Like,
right. It's like a thin line. But the way my reaction to him, I'm like, what's wrong with my dress? He's like, nothing. I like it. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But that's another thing. Like, I think that makes people defensive because I grew up, you know what I'm saying, getting made fun of, getting roasted. And my reaction still to this day is to fight. Like, oh, you got something to say? I bet you won't say none of these. Like, this is still the way that I handle stuff. Like, I'm just gonna turn into a rage monster and get up in your face and either cut you out or whip your ass. Right. So it's like this thing that I think a lot of comics have built up in us. We have a lot of negativity from things like that. Like, I know especially Black comics, we all been through that, where we've been roasted all our lives. We've been having to be in defense mode, either with, you know, our peers, with our family, because that's the way we communicate, and everybody don't process it the same. Like, some people, to roll off their back, oh, it's just jokes, whatever, I don't care. Some people actually enjoy it. Some people actually enjoy, you know, the drama and, you know, going back and forth and arguing and, you know, coming back on people. But then there are people like me who are easily exhausted by it. And it's like, look, bro, if you got so much to say, why don't we just throw hands? Like, that's so, you know, yeah, it's still negativity.
I used to look at it as a way to be, you know, quick on my feet and all that kind of stuff. But now it's to a point where there's no point. I'm not interested in roasting nobody. That's why when we had to roast for the Kevin Hart show, I felt so awkward. Yeah, we had to. We didn't have to, but they wanted to get like comic reactions. They wanted to get footage of us laughing at each other. So we just kind of had to rip on each other. And I felt so awkward because I'm laid back, nonchalant. Now I condone if you say something, if you offend me. You know what I'm saying? If you say something to me, I get offended, or I'm in defense mode, like you say, DDT. That's when I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna hit you with several of these right here,
boy.
I mean.
But if I don't have anything against you or nothing like that, or I'm not buffed up, it's gonna be hard for me to be funny like that or roast like that.
Right. Yeah, I live in that mindset of roasting, which is why they keep asking me to do it. Yeah, because I'm really good at it, because it's part of the defense mechanism. Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways, I'm gonna get you before you even have a chance to get me. Like, right. I'm just the way I talk to people is roasting sometimes. Like, just the way I interact with you, it's kind of like, you know, well, baby, you're not that cute anyway. Like, it's just it's just that kind of thing where I'm always ready. Mm-hmm. To the point where
I'm not the opposite, but I'm on like kind of in between y'all. Like, if you start it, I'm gonna finish it, but like it's gonna be funny what you said, but what I said is mean. Like,
right?
Does that make sense? It's like, oh, you started it though. Like, that was me getting in trouble as a kid. Like, she just said this. I'm like, yeah, but if she didn't say that, I wouldn't have said that. Like, oh, but you took it too far. But did I start it though?
Right. Did I start it? Exactly how I am. I'm like, nah, you finna get these jokes. Mm-hmm. If you say something offensive to me, if I feel offended any kind of way, nah, I'm finna light your ass up.
I do typically hit people with very unpleasant truths when I feel like they coming at me. Like this one dude, he was coming at me unnecessarily. I was letting it go, and he was really just being an asshole. And eventually it got to the point where, because he thought he was being funny, but nobody was laughing at the time. It was not a time for joking.
Right.
So everybody's kind of like, dude, shut up. But he just, So eventually I got tired of it, and I looked at him and said, I want you to remember this moment, because this is why nobody laughs when you're on stage either.
Ooh.
Learn how to read the room, bro.
Learn how to read the crowd.
And it's like, but I didn't lie. I didn't tell him nothing that wasn't true.
And he shut his ass up, didn't he?
No, he tried to like, no, because you not going to attack me. I'm like, it is what it is, player.
Yeah.
Like, don't, you know, I know I have sorry for you. Like, just, I know I have sorry for you. Cause
that's why, that's part of the reason why when I go to open mics, I sit by myself. It's like, I don't talk to nobody. It's nothing against them. It's just that when you get in these groups and you hear what they're talking about, it's like, they just sitting there trying to roast each other, and you know, that's all it is. Like, dang, y'all don't do nothing else, and it's always the men.
Yeah. It's a drain. It's draining. Like, it's just so much. Like, why is this the only way y'all know how to interact with people with toxicity, with all this,
like,
you know?
Y'all don't know how to have a regular conversation,
right? And be creative. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Charmaine, without your glasses. Yeah, I know. I wear glasses, and I take them off. Ha ha ha. Oh, my butt big. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm dark skinned. Ha ha ha. Black attack. Ha ha.
Right. So, oh, yeah, you fat. Oh, for real?
For real? Okay. Yeah. Y'all that gift with Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just always this seething negativity. It's like this environment where you always kind of got to be on your toes, especially with these dudes. Like, I find with women, we don't do that to each other. Like, the female comics that I know, we really just get along.
Right.
Yeah.
We talk to each other, we hang out and stuff, and it's not always this competition about who could get who can top this and who can top that. It's just, we just engage each other in regular conversation.
Right.
Exactly.
That's exactly how it is, and that's why I don't really be fucking with nobody. Again, I don't have nothing against no other comic. It's just that being sometimes I'm not the only woman. I'm the only black woman. Like Charmz, if you ain't there, it's not. You know, I don't really talk to a lot of other black women because hell, they don't be there.
Right.
I never see them.
Yeah, for real, because it would always just be me and you, Kelanna. And if it wasn't
me and you. So sometimes when I sit around and I hear these guys talking all that kind of stuff, and when you do try to insert yourself into the conversation, it's kind of like, oh yeah, but nigga, you and then you. So it's like, okay, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna scream to be heard, and we ain't talking about shit. Right. I'm gonna wait until it's time for me to go up on stage, do my set, and take my ass home.
But I will say this, and Kelanna, you know this is true because I did this with you a lot. We will sit in the corner and be petty. We will.
Yes, we will sit, and that's what I miss. That's why I hate that you move, bitch.
Oh,
like we could like just sit up, and even if we wasn't being petty, even if we were having a real conversation, we'll just keep going back and forth, just one upping each other in jokes about somebody else or something.
Right. We'll just be really just joking about it. It's not each other. We're not trying to hurt each other. Or we're not trying to compete with each other. We just really just having a good time.
Yeah. We just having a good time. We're just having a conversation. And some of my premises come from conversations like that.
Yes.
True. That's but I feel like all the roasting stuff that they do when they slam each other off, it's not very productive. It seems like a waste of energy.
It's not at all.
And quite frankly, you don't want to catch these hands. That's how I feel at the end of the day. You don't want to fight.
Undefeated, bitch. Call back.
You will scrap, bitch. You will scrap.
What's up? What's up? For real. Like, I got a real stance. Don't come at me like I'm about to slap you. No, put them up. Like, what's up?
Right. You got a wide, solid base and you ready.
You know? Like, I don't have time for this.
Right.
No, I don't want to grab your hair.
For me, when I go open mic, what I realized too is like I'm so different when I'm around these comedians that I don't know, because I'm an extrovert, I'm like outgoing, but when I'm around these comedians I don't know, especially like I guess the white males, it's just like I'm like so like they probably think I'm quiet, which is funny, like because I'm not myself. I feel awkwardish. I don't know like how to explain it. I'm just like I'm not really in their clique, or so to speak. So it's like, I don't know, I just always feel awkward. That's why I kind of stick to myself too. And then I'm like, I see a Kelanna, I'm like, yes, Kelanna's here. I can be myself.
Right. That's how I feel. Like when I see Charmz, I'm like, oh, Charmz, bitch. here.
Right, exactly. I completely understand it.
Another human.
Right. Because even when I try to talk to other comedians, it just sometimes feels forced.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't know if it's just I think it's just with me because we don't talk like that. But
right.
I can sit at the back of the room and watch them talk to somebody else, and it just be that they just engage and you can see it, they're laughing and everything like that. And then when I have a conversation with them, it's just kind of like, so
yeah,
what you been up to?
Right. Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is weird as fuck.
Yeah.
It's been good. It's time for me to go up, even though it's like 12 more people in front of me. I'm just gonna say that. So I can
go to the bathroom real quick. I'll see you later, right? Bye.
Excuse me real quick. Let me just run I forgot my notes in the car.
Let's come here real quick. The cure. Okay.
I got my notes in the car. Okay, I'll be right back.
While I sit at the end of the bar by myself and drink for the next 3 hours and not talk to any of y'all. Forgive me.
I thought you was gonna get your notes.
I remember my set. It's in my head.
I didn't feel like I forgot it's in my phone. I don't need the notebook now.
Just get away from me, is what I'm saying.
Just stop. Just you're doing this. Do that, please.
But that negativity, and it's easy for me because like I'm friends with a lot of like it's mostly didn't comics, but when I'm around them, I don't feel right always engaging them with that because it's boring to me. It's like I don't feel like
that's exactly what it is. And I thought I was being rude, you know what I'm saying, by not talking, because I'm like, comedy, it's a community, we're a family. Like I got real family members that I don't talk to, so this ain't gonna be no different.
Right. It's like I don't mess with you because you're negative and you're toxic and I'm done. And
right.
It does take, with the negativity, I have learned that not being around comics all the time is a really good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just because it's always you always seeing what everybody else is doing and you can't help but compare yourself. So if you remove yourself from that sometimes and it's not always around you, it's a lot easier to take a breath and say, oh, okay. It's not always me focusing on what I'm not doing and what I don't have going on, and have I booked enough gigs? Am I visible enough? Am I doing this and this and that? Like it's easier when you surround yourself with people that aren't just comics.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, just regular people are okay.
You know why? Because it's like it's a one-man sport. This ain't improv. Improv is like, a group sport. You know what I mean? This ain't basketball. This is track and field. Like it's just you on your own in a sense. That's why. So because it's like you can be friends with your competitors because technically we're all in competition, right? We have the same goal. So if we I feel like that's what makes it a little bit like, you know what I'm trying to say? Because like it's like, oh damn, we have the same goal. And then when you see someone going faster than you, even though that's not your race, you're in your own race. But you know what I mean? I feel like that's why it's like it can feel different when you're around comics all the time. Because like you said, you're gonna have, it's like that human nature to compare. As opposed to like, other people, they're all like the people that are your just friends, regular friends, they're like, oh, you're like the funniest person I know because they only know you.
Right? That's so cool. I love that.
You're so brave. I could never go on stage. It's hard. I can't. Like, you're so brave for it. It's like, nah, bitch, I've been talking my whole life.
Right. I've been talking shit forever. As a survival skill, I've been talking shit all my life. Mm-hmm. But so it's, I guess that's a good way to decompress. So how do y'all remove yourself from it? Do y'all just like say, you know what, I'm not gonna hang around comics for, like, how do y'all battle the negativity in positive ways?
Girl, I uninstall social media.
Yeah. And if I don't like when people are talking shit, like I don't bring that shit talk to me. You know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just don't do that. Mm-hmm. I like remove myself from people who I notice that are always negative. Like you said, like, okay, I can be around you, but only in small doses.
Yeah. And
then, like I said, like I be praying. Like I talk to my mom and my brother. Like when I talk to them, like they'd be like, I'm like, yo, it's not fair. No. My brother's like, yo, life's not fair. Who cares, guy? Like my brother's like, so like, not like, yo, you're gonna get mad about that? Yo, like, duh. I'm not even gonna come at me tonight. I know that's how it is. Like, duh, people are gonna hate. What do you think is gonna happen? I was like, I don't know. Like he's like, yo, just keep doing you. Like, yo, like you're funny. Like I said, like, yo, for real though, you're funny. So like, and I'm like, I told him like, yo, I think I'm gonna make it one day. He's like, I think so too. but stop worrying about that shit because you're gonna make it one day. It's not even gonna matter when you make it. Like, you're right.
Right. That's true.
And I was just like, my brother's so raw with it. Like, yo, you're mad because that? Yo, why would you that makes you mad? Yo, you're a dumb guy. I was like, you're right. Yeah, I'm dumb.
Your family give it to you raw and uncut, honey.
For real. Like,
yeah, that's why it's like, so that's how I deal with it. I just talk to my mom and brother. Like, you're right. Go back.
Yeah. And my sister's like that too. Like, she'll really come at me like, Deanna, shut up. Stop talking about this stupid shit. Like, what are you going to do? But what are you going to do though?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because that's how my big sister, she's the same way. My girlfriend Cherie, anytime I come, like, man, you know, these people have been telling me about comics who've been, you know, talking noise about me because I got the Kevin Hart opportunity and all this kind of stuff. She's like, okay, and that's hey, cleavage.
Sorry, I had the titty cam for the viewers, for the boys.
For the boys. my girl, she's the one to keep it real. Like, why are you even worried about that? Like, what happens? Like the path that you're going down, it has nothing to do with nobody else but you.
Exactly.
And that person's path has nothing to do. Of course, people are going to be jealous. It's just human nature.
Right.
They're going to be jealous, but it's my responsibility to acknowledge who is for me and who isn't for me. So if you're not for me, there's no point in you being within my circle. You know, there's no point in you being in here. If you saying, oh, congratulations, Shook, and then you turn your ass around and, you know, talking shit.
Right.
There you go. And that's the one. And you just gotta exercise the demons and you know, cut the negativity. And that's what
pray. I'm sorry. I'm a cussing, praying Christian. I curse a lot, but I love Jesus. You know what I mean?
I love the Lord. He heard my cry. And
yeah, I am a cuss, but he be blessing me.
For real.
The come down. The prayers go up.
And fasting. Praying and fasting.
Ooh, I haven't fasted. Let me try that.
But yeah, I ain't no Christian, but I do be praying and I be lighting my candles and I be try to be doing my positive affirmations and setting my intentions.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, calling on the ancestors for strength, as it were, or you know, whatever Negroes do these days. But you know, it's hard. But we got each other back. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we comedy brothers.
I was just about to say that. We have each other. We got our little small group.
Right.
Our little support system. So we good. We're gonna be fine.
And let me put y'all on notice.
Yes.
If you're out here dissing the set, okay, it's not gonna end well for you because we just gonna get bigger.
Let them know.
I didn't hear that last part. What'd you say?
We're just getting bigger. We're doing bigger things.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
And at the same time, like what I said this the other day, I was like, I literally am rooting for every one of us. Like all the people I fuck with, like I fuck with you the long way. And if you ever see me get drunk, you'll really, because that's when I get, I'm like, yo, you don't know how much I fucking love you. I'm like that bitch, like I love you for real, though, like for real, like yo. And like, so don't get me drunk because I'm gonna be all emotional and shit. But at the same time, I fuck with y'all the long way, and I also feel like I want to see everyone win. Like I'm that person that I hope that your success motivates me. Like that's how I see it. It's not a negative thing. Like, yo, Kelanna's on that. Okay, so I'm gonna get on this. And then I told my mom this the other day. I'm like, listen, I know it sounds crazy, but like I think I'm gonna make it in comedy one day. And I also think that several of my friends are gonna also make it. And maybe our path's gonna be different, but at the same time, it's gonna be crazy when we're all doing our stuff. And then people are like, oh yeah, I know Kelanna. Yeah, I know Kelanna since like 2016. They're like, real? Yo, Charmz, Christy from Kelanna Spiller, they know each other, and DDT, and Jal Judah, and you just say, and like all my, I just see it. Like, and I have like these crazy visions, but I literally see that where people are gonna be like, yo, I can't believe all of them knew each other. They're all doing like different things, but like equally as impressive. And they were friends before they were famous.
Yeah.
So it's just, so, you know, if you hating on us, you're only going to get madder, is all I'm saying. Right. You're going to have more stuff to hate on.
That's all it is right there.
We're going to keep you busy.
I gotta warn you, you better get on board now, because don't come with me when I'm famous. I knew. Nah, you ain't know. You ain't know.
No clue.
No clue.
But anyway, So that was this episode of I Mean, where we try to give it to y'all as real as we can without saying as many names.
It's girl, because I almost flipped up a few times.
We try not to. We just tug on the wig. We don't pull it all the way off.
a little.
You will not adjust that fucking wig. Oh my gosh.
So, girl, if your wig got tugged today, all I can tell you is fix it.
Girl, fix it.
Maybe try and sew in next time. I don't know.
Oh, that is too funny.
Oh, God.
But anyway, I love y'all, bro. Thank y'all for doing this. We'll get our stuff together, hopefully in another week or two to do this again.
Yeah, love y'all, man.
This was a real, like, I felt like it was so needed. So thank y'all.
It was. Like, we do need this. We need to do
talk. That's where we going, bitches.
I feel good now. I feel lighter. Like, I feel like I got some shit off my chest.
Me too, bro. Like, I've been feeling real bad lately. It's been rough. Like, the past, like, month, 2 months, it's been rough. But as usual, y'all help a lot. And I think is good for people to see, especially Black women in comedy doing this, because they don't, first of all, they don't even know we exist. Second of all, they think we all just beefed out. We all doing our Lunel thing. We all, just backbiting. We all, whole flood. Like, I can't stand this chick. She too skinny. She thinks she all that. We can't. We have to keep each other grounded and not away from that ledge of bitterness, because it'll sneak up on you.
Right. And I feel like I like that we're all like different Black women too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have a different point of view, our voice, not like literally our voice, but like our point of view is different, but like we have similarities as well. And I feel like that just shows, you know what I mean? Like the myths about Black women fighting, like, no, we all different, but we have that Black girl magic. That's the same. And we out here.
Sprinkling it on. But thank y'all so much. And we'll see y'all later on. Y'all could sit in on another one of these regular conversations we be having. It's everywhere, but we get to the point eventually.
All right. Bye.
Bye.